Hey guys, happy 2016. This is Tasha from the Mix Education and Fitness in Atlanta, Georgia. And Happy New Year. This is the time, as you know, where most people are making change and they've decided that they want their lives to be different. In this video, I want to talk to two types of people. I want to speak to the ones that decided once and for all, I'm going to start working out, taking better care of myself, and eating right. I also want to speak to the folks who are getting back into it. They've taken a big break and they're like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to get back into this whole, diet, exercise. I hate the word diet, by the way, but, diet, exercise, and taking better care of myself. I want to speak to you guys because the gyms are packed right now. Gyms are packed. The streets are packed. People are running early in the morning. They got the new shoes, the new outfit, new year, new me, 2016, lean and mean. But then by March, shoes are just kind of hanging out by the door. The treadmill is a closet and they're gone. Like the crowds are gone. The streets are empty. And there's a couple of people that stick with it. But overall, there's a significant drop. And I love the beginning of the year. I love people, talking about their goals and saying, you know what, I want to be different this year. There's a reason why you want to make change. Okay. And what I want to do, and especially if you're seeing this video, that means that either you come here often to my page or someone shared this video with you and said, you know what, you need to know this. And if you're seeing my face, I'm determined to help you reach your goals. That's just what I do. I'm a problem solver by nature. So I want you to stick with this, okay? And I'm going to share with you the main reason why most people, or actually there's about 4 reasons why most people don't make it past the first month. Heck, some people don't even make it past 2 weeks, okay? And there's 4 reasons for that, okay? It's called motivation. I know that's just one reason, but there's a breakdown of 4. Stay with me, okay? So there's 4 phases of motivation, okay? They're called form, storm, norm, and perform. I didn't make these up, but if I would have been so impressed that they actually rhyme. Nonetheless, let's start off with the first one, form. Form is where you are super excited, okay? Form for most of you was December 31st or January 1st. You got, like I said before, you have the shoes, you have the matching outfit, you're like pumped. You have, you decided to either join Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, hire a trainer, you're joining a gym, and you're ready. Like again, new year, new me. It's happening this year. Boom. Okay. So that's form. You are super, super excited about starting your goal. You're excited about your goal. Okay. So in this case, if someone suggests to you, you know what, you haven't worked out in a while or you haven't worked out ever, let's start off slow. Let's do 3 times a week. And you're like, 3 times a week? You don't know me. This is new year, new me. I'm doing 7. No days off. Okay. That's swear, like this is how I have to talk to people sometimes. And I'm like, no, like bring it down a notch and do 3 days. And they're like, no, I'm working out 7 days a week. I'm cutting out sugar. I'm cutting out coffee. I'm cutting out candy. I'm cutting out carbs. I'm cutting out everything. I'm just going to breathe, essentially. And that they're super, can't tell them anything. Super excited. Okay. Here's the problem with that. It doesn't last, okay? And even though you're doing above and beyond, your risk, 1, is for injury, okay? If you go from 0 to 100 and all of a sudden you were sitting on the sofa and now you're trying to run 3 miles, like that puts you at a high risk for injury, okay? Also puts you at a risk for overtraining, especially if you decide not to take any days off. So that could sideline you after a little bit. And then burnout. You get really tired of this really quickly, okay? So the form stage, super excited, typically lasts for the first 2 weeks, okay? And then we make shifts to the storm phase. Now you can tell by the name, like there's nothing good about it. And the storm phase typically lasts anywhere between about 4 to 6 weeks or so, okay? And in the storm phase, you're just like, this sucks. Like I'm waking up early and I'm tired now. My body hurts because I haven't taken any days off. I'm freaking hungry. I want some carbs. I want some cake. It's you realize that you're putting in a lot of effort, and either you're not getting any result, or you're getting a very small result, but for the efforts that you're putting in, it's not matching. It's not matching, and you're not happy. All of a sudden, you're just like, that stupid gym, the stupid trainer, freaking hate her. I'm calling out. Like, this isn't happening. I'm leaving. I'm done. And so you start to make excuses. You start to make excuses, whether you know it or not, of why you're going to miss this workout. Yeah, well, you see, I gotta, my dog needs to go to the dog park. Yeah, my dog is like super tired. So, or I'm sorry, high energy. So I need to get to the dog park. Or you have a work meeting or something. Life can even come up. You need to pick up your child. You have a parent teacher meeting. Whether you know it or whether you don't know it, excuses start to happen. I'll hit snooze just this one time. I'll skip this day even though it's planned. And the next thing you know, it starts it starts a snowball effect, and you stop working out. That's the risk. You just stop. And that's what happens to most people. The reward for what you've put in, it doesn't match up, and you get super frustrated. Okay? So the way that you can get over some of these things, one, let me go back to form. The way you can get over form, start off slow. Okay, especially regardless of if you're just now starting to work out or if you're working out and you haven't in a while, start off slow. 3 days a week is perfect. Okay, for the storm phase, the way that you want to get over that, plan out your obstacles, plan the challenges. You know what some of them are going to be. If you have children, then there's a high expectation that you're going to need to do something at their school or something for them in the evening. So maybe start working out in the morning. Oh, I know it's early, and oh, I want to sleep in, but you're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to have to make change to make change. You know what I mean? So if you can plan out your obstacles ahead of time, that can help you to get over those obstacles in the future. Okay. The next one, norm. Norm is so cool. Okay. Norm typically happens anywhere between 6 and 8 weeks. Yeah. About actually anywhere between 4 and 8 weeks. And that's when you're kind of in a groove. You may have those days where you really didn't feel like waking up, but you do it anyway. And you realize like sometimes those are some of the best workouts ever. You feel great afterwards because you were like, you know what? I really didn't feel like doing this, but I did. And it gives you this motivation. It gives you confidence that you can actually do this. And this can become a lifestyle for you. Other thing with norm is that, it's starting to become a lifestyle. It's not so hard to say, no, I'm not going to have an entire cake. I'm going to have, a slice of cake, or skip the cake altogether because you just really don't want it. You're feeling really, really good. Okay. The norm is great. The only thing that you have to be sure of is that if life happens and you have to miss more than 2 days of exercise, really, really plan to get back in there that third day. You really don't want to miss more than 2 days in a row of working out because that's when the motivation can really start to get on a little bit of a decline. Okay. So norm, make it a part of your normal life. The best ever is perform. That's where I am. That's where some of you are that are, may have snuck in and watched this, even though I said it was for the other folks. But the perform is awesome. It's healthy is just who you are. Fit is just who you are. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you get sick, okay, you catch a cold and you can't work out for a week, you're going to get back in the gym on day, right after that week is up or right after you feel better. You can be injured. You can go on a trip. You will work out on your vacation. People think I'm crazy when I'm like, oh yeah, I went on vacation and I worked out. They're like, why would you do that? And I'm like, because it's what I do. I'm healthy. That's who I am. And those are awesome workouts because I'm not rushed. So perform this is habit. This is lifestyle. You can make, it's easier to make those choices of vegetables, to get in more vegetables because that's who you are. It's not to say that you never have cake and you never have candy because y'all already know, or most of you already know, like I like sweets and I eat them and I enjoy them and I don't feel guilty because I do that a small bit of the time. And most of the time, I'm doing those things that need to be done to reach the result that I'd like to have and to be healthy. Okay. So perform smooth sailing. You can take time off, you come right back, or you just really don't take time off. Okay. Now you still need to make sure that you have at least one day a week where you're not exercising. Okay. I prefer two. And for my clients, sometimes I'll recommend anywhere between 2 and 3. Okay. That all depends on you and your goals. All right. But those are your 4 phases. Okay. You want to get to the perform stage. You get to perform from about week 8 to the rest of your life. Okay. So they don't always progress like that though, because if you have storm, you fall out. When you start back again, you're back in the form phase. Or if you are in norm and you take more than 2 days off and you fall off, you don't just jump back into norm, you start all over again. So the biggest thing that I would say is just don't stop. Start off small with your goals. And then as it becomes habit, as you get into that perform stage, then you can add on more stuff as this becomes more of a lifestyle for you. Okay. So if you're interested in learning more about these 4 phases of motivation, if you're interested in learning more about how to make some great goals that you'll actually stick to, and how not to just have resolutions, but to actually have results, and you live in Atlanta, I am hosting a results, not resolutions workshop at my studio, The Mix Education and Fitness in West Midtown. It's going to be January 23rd, probably from about noon until about 2:30. And what we're going to do, we're going to set some goals. We're going to talk more about these 4 phases of motivation, go into deeper, go more in depth. We're going to have food, we're going to have some drinks, and we're going to make vision boards. And even though it sounds very hokey, vision boards are awesome because when you see that goal that you're going after and it's like right in front of you, you're more apt to follow through. Vision boards are awesome. So it's going to be a vision board party. It's going to be a goal setting party. We're going to talk more about how to make the goals that you want for not just a healthy lifestyle, but just a life that you enjoy in general stick for 2016. Okay, so if you're interested in learning more about that, click the link. It should be, it'll be up by the time I put this up there. So click the link and that can be something that you become a part of. Otherwise, if you really enjoyed this video and got something from it, please share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, like this page because there's going to be more videos, more fun stuff, recipes, all that good stuff to keep you motivated and get you into that perform stage. Okay. So if you have any questions, comments, criticisms, actually leave the criticisms. I really don't want those. No, I'm kidding. Constructive criticisms, I'll take it on because I want to be better. So if you have any of that stuff, leave below. All right. So link above, leave below. Have a great day and I will see you again. Bye.